Okay. Hello, people. So, me making this, just talking it out because, okay, it's a little update. Okay. So, I happened to see a certain pattern. I thought I will just speak it. Yeah. Now, India, Pakistan throwing things at each other. Yeah. Peace, truce, over that. Nice. Now, there is something that is not so obvious. Yeah. Now, this is a whole lot of news. Okay. You may not have heard something like this before. Yeah. Now, there is this prose, one story in primary school. I got to read that when I was studying. This was one of the lessons, short stories. It's called In the Year 2020. You've seen this movie Wall-E, in which there's this robot-like character, yeah, goes about cleaning Earth, and people apparently Earth was not livable, and then people living in clouds, yeah, and in bubbles, yeah, waiting for time when Earth is more fresh, um, livable, yeah. Similarly, and then Wally then finds a plant that one of the bots from the bubble come. They take this plant and then they say Earth is more livable. The conditions are more improving. So then people then come to Earth and then start doing farming and people start living on Earth again. Yeah, that's the idea. Similarly, there's another story. In the year 2020, they're talking about people on Earth. Buildings are so tall, they have like 96, 96 kind of, yeah, tall buildings. Yeah. And because of space concerns. Yeah. And people go every now and then to this place, like we have planetarium, no, where you go see, gaze at stars. There's a screen and then they project and then they see stars and galaxies and learn about them. Like that. In that story, people go to a forestarium where there's a screen. People look at forest, yeah, and then they talk about, oh, this fruit is called a tomato. People used to have it in their in stores, and so they are introduced to what they don't see every day, yeah, or they have pills or something, or they have um, canned food kinds. And I've forgotten all those finer details. I studied in my primary school, but they study about tomato on a video screen. Yeah. And then every now and then they have weather reports, like clouds of sulfur gonna come through the sky time. Yeah. So don't go out, stay inside the house. Yeah. To protect livability. So houses are air pollution kind of air conditioned in such a way that pollution is more um, addressed kind. Why am I saying all of this is so there are more people alive. Okay. But let's just put it more simply. That story is talking about how human beings, like we are one tall building, multi-story building, because we have so many joints stacking one on top of the other. Yeah, multi-story building. We don't know that we should pay attention to the weather of the moment. For example, there are people eating all kinds of food. Yeah. Some with lots of sugar, some with lots of salt, some with lots of oil, some with many ingredients. Yeah, and different combinations. And the combinations could sometimes be poisonous or not, or degrees of poisonousness. So don't know what to combine with what. And they have, say, oh, the tummy is going a little different. Yeah. Or their joints are a little interesting. We could do it better. Or because the combination is such that their metabolism is not functioning as well. They're a little, yeah, very just sluggish. And you don't know why are you feeling down. You're sitting around, you're not feeling as healthy. Your energy is not up. You're really like, oh, power, oh, energy. And you can do all your stuff, but things are not as fine. Yeah, because they're all active people, but inside their metabolism is all a little sluggish. Yeah. And that's because either they've eaten too much or they're eaten in a combination that has their fires go little, yeah, or it is you doing, but you don't know why you're feeling, or yay, you're all happy. Why are you happy? I'm just happy. Yeah, like happy is good. Down and thing is not good. So from your multi-story building, when you're paying attention to the weather, like how is the experience of living in your body in relationship with the environment? Right now, I'm talking in a room. Maybe you're sitting where you're sitting. You go out a few inches, a few centimeters, a few meters. Your experience that your body has would be different. Check it out. Yeah. Unless you're living in this big palatial house, even so, the latitude and longitude would change. Yeah. So when you're walking around, the earth has its own influence on your body. So you're likely to feel different. Different rooms also have their own ambience. That's also going to affect you differently. Yeah. So just walk around. There are different kinds of people. Different people have their own status, economic status, health status, wealth status, wisdom status, um, placement in the whole scheme of things, and their status affects you, like weather. You have sulfur clouds, you have rain clouds, you have just wind. Like different people affect you, and you would be poor if you say I'm only going to be where there is breeze, yeah, or I'm only going to be where there is rain clouds, yeah. When you have a sulfur cloud moving around, you will be in trouble, okay, because you don't know how to handle the matter, and you don't know what is happening inside you, yeah. So it's good to pay attention to the weather. Awareness, mindfulness, present moment appreciation. You're going to say something is good, something is bad. When you have a sulfur moment in your own body, so you ate something and that it's having a little something in your body, you should be able to recognize, oh, I'm having a sulfur moment, and from inside. If you do not pay attention to the weather around, yeah, like how's your experience, you don't know to recognize your sulfur moment, yeah, or your rainy weather moment, or a little fury. I don't know why I'm feeling a little hot, a little irritated. And you don't even recognize you're getting angry, and then oh, that's because something is happening inside you. Your nerves are kind of in a particular state, a little fury. Maybe you had something spicy, or even if you didn't have something spicy, the metabolism of something spicy is moving through your around somewhere your nervous system, and your nerves are responding to what you had something spicy in the morning or 2 days before. Because sometimes there are said to be around 49 metabolic processes, yeah, in human body. So it takes its own time for different ingredients to process through this multi-story building. Okay. So you may be getting a little nervous, irritated. Yeah. And drinking water is not going to help the matter because it is different stages of metabolism from the body. You would need to do movementless yoga. Yeah. Which is when the nerves are also breathing, muscles also. Yeah, they all, it's like air conditioning from inside the body. In the year 2020, yeah, air conditioning inside the building such that the weather conditions are better managed. Yeah, so air pollution, all of that are getting addressed. That story was talking about a human condition that we need to be aware of. Yeah, now I was thinking it takes some time for human beings to recognize that human body has many capabilities. Yeah. And it's not just to eat and then wait for, what produce. We are actually like trees. Yeah, we can do all of that stuff. So paying attention to the weather is one of the aspects. Awareness, mindfulness, present moment appreciation, moment to moment. Things are different because of different people eating different things, doing different activities. I just said. And then in that story is also mentioned that South India, yeah, is like one big lake. Okay. And North India has earthquakes. That's what the story said. I am from KGF, Kolar Goldfields. Okay. So there was, has been was, yeah, okay. this report that the Kola gold fields, the mines, the water has been seeping from under the ground, and slowly forming, coming out the surface kind. Yeah, there are different things to address that happening. But consider this. I'm from KGF. So I'm a water droplet from KGF. Yeah. And over time, I'm learning movementless yoga. Yeah, and I'm making it available, teaching to people. So I'm like freshwater ocean. Yeah. Freshwater lake, that's one way to look at it. Buddha talks about, the still lake and all that. So I'm like freshwater. I'm in South India also. Yeah. But also the lower part of your body, they say, oh hell. Yeah. When you heal your trauma and your ability to be on earth, yeah, we're always sitting and don't use our feet well enough, it gets a little stiff or a little lactic acid and all that stuff. And trauma therapists, they work on feet a lot because a lot of our health conditions, a lot of people, if you don't walk for a long time, no, then the substance of our legs also makes it a little difficult for us to live nice, healthy. Yeah. So it's a little stiff knee, thigh, ankles, and all that kind of makes life hell. Kind of. Yeah, because they say upper side we say, oh, heaven, and downside we say hell. Yeah, so from the feet, pelvis down, like hell. Yeah, if you don't walk much, human beings formed our human body, upright standing human body, since some time. So evolutionarily, our feet took some time forming. Yeah, so if we don't employ the evolutionary advantage of feet and walking, it's like hell. Yeah, because your mobility becomes a little less um, active. When you're not walking with your feet, your brain is not functioning as well. So, yeah, up and down concerns. Yeah. So then life will become a little not so mobile. Yeah. That's also like, oh, hell. Yeah. Walking is good. And that's also represented by the idea of Vishnu and Lakshmi. Yeah. Lakshmi is by the feet of Vishnu. If you look at these, the pictures of Ananta Shayanam, yeah, Vishnu is a kind of repose, and Lakshmi is at the feet. So your goals for life, Laksha, Lakshmi, um, your goals for life is also dependent on your feet. You see, walk the talk the walk, yeah, think as you walk. Because when you walk, your brain also functions differently. And you walk to a goal. You always walk for a purpose. Otherwise, you're sitting. If you're sitting, chances are your goals are not very defined or clear. And if you are walking, chances are you have more goals. Yeah, Lakshmi. So when you pay attention to your feet and it's not so fury, it's going to be, you're walking a little more. There is fluid movement. Fluid movement. Yeah. Your relationship with life, things are like water. So human body, like lower part, like water. Yeah. I'm referring to that story. Now the upper part said to be like having earthquakes. Now this video is talking about a construct of reality is slightly different when perceived from this multi-story building that's our body. Now, this is where earthquakes, what is referring to is constructs of reality shaking a little. Yeah. So, hear me out. India, Pakistan throwing things at each other. I discovered, I call it mice. Yeah, the language by which I construct, make sense of this reality. Different people have different names and labels and sounds. For example, my name is Bita. Your name is Dash. Yeah, your name is. India is a name. Pakistan is a name. Balochistan is a name. China, US of A, all names, labels. And just like I'm saying, just like I am saying, these are alphabets put together into words, and then we've made meanings. These words have meanings. and then they communicate. So India is a meaning, set of words, alphabets. Pakistan is a set of word is a word, alphabets. So similarly, different labels, titles, CEO, security guard, yeah, peon, employee, all labels, words. They're all formed from alphabets. So I made a schema, yeah, with all of these alphabets to get a perspective from where to look at what this label is talking about, like a point of reference. You have 0 to 9 in the number system. And then we have 19, 20,000, 115, yeah, from 0 to 9 as a frame of reference, point of reference, yeah. So 1 means this. 2 means this. So we calculate from there. Similarly, alphabets. In English, I'm speaking in English. So we have 26 alphabets, yeah. So from there are perspectives. So Pakistan, when you see it as a perspective, in this scheme of things, like a point of frame of reference, Balochistan, India, different countries. Yeah. And then there is the weather influence on your multi-story building, which then has you see a label in a particular way, another label in a particular way. The same label, when you look at it another time, you will see it in another way because of the weather in your multi-story building. Because we have like 49 kinds of metabolic processes. So maybe your head needs a little air conditioning, or your trunk needs a little air conditioning. And accordingly is the meaning you interpret. Yeah, you see the same word, but different times you understand it differently. Okay. Pakistan, according to my frame of reference, talking about, I was calling it as peeves, like P. Yeah, you have peeves, yeah, you have concern with complain with another. That got improved. Two, you have Saregamapa. Yeah. So from Pa also you can start Sa. There's an octave. You can also start from Sa as an octave. Yeah. So that which emerges from Pa, which is a few counts from Sa. Yeah. So slightly different. Pa, P, A is oh, my world. Yeah. Be my world kind. We all have a world. After the sound A is, yeah, you just you open your mouth, make a sound, it's yeah. And then from there, consonants, then combine. So you have A, E, I, O, U, vowels combining with consonants. They form the different words. Then words then form even different sounds. The sounds are then encapsulated in alphabets. Alphabets then form words, and words then form sentences. So in my schema, A is in capitals, representing my, like MI, my world, like baseline, my world. And then from there is, for example, identity. You, mine, after I is mine. And then you have UI, like you and I, relationship, you and I. And then there is you, and then there is yours. So I've made a preconceived set of meanings. Yeah. So when you look at it from there, Pakistan is saying, like pa, Saregamapa, like 5, Panchanga, 5. My, A, K is for like a house of cards, a deck of cards has 4 houses. Just like K, king, K letter has 4 letters, four arms. So house, a deck of cards, K. Yeah. We all have. And you put all of this together, that forms a meaning. Yeah. So we all have our own constructs. Okay. K, I is wait a minute. I is ours. S is the S hook, that combines the dramas and the winner triad. It's like S. Like when we say space, S, hooks, time and space, like space, good space, bad space, drama, triad, winner, triad, S. And then pace, like rate at which things move, pace. Yeah. So space. This is where time, space can. So, um, uh, IS, yeah. T. T is like a terrace or like roof, like ooh, yeah, support T. Like the Sri Yantra has 4 gateways, so it's like a T, T-shaped. T. A is again my N. N is like Narayana, your big stories, like N. Um, like nation. Okay, nation is a set of words now. N is like nth way, like my way. Okay, N is like 10 to the power of N. Yeah, we always use N. We don't say M or S or any of those words. We always use 10 to the power of N when you don't really know what is the quantity there. Yeah, so it's like nth way. When you, it's not really quantified. We can't really say infinity. It's just not quantified. Yeah. So maybe it is quality. That also would be like making a meaning out of it. But N. So Pakistan like that. Yeah. Now we look at Balochistan. Balochistan, B is standing for I, identity. Yeah. A, again, my. Uh, L is, in my schema, it's like leadership. Yeah. Leader. Because a person stands like a human being when they're standing. Little L is like this. L is the big. Yeah. Leadership. Yeah. Um, O. O is whole. Oh, whole. Uh, C is mine. Yeah. H. H is we. Okay. Uh, I is ours. S is the fine isuk, combining between one, two aspects. T is again like T, like awning, support. Yeah. Like dash the T's and dot the I's, they say. Yeah. So when I go T, A is again my. N is again not quantified. Yeah. And it's unquantified aspect. So if you look like this, Balochistan is talking about identity concerns. Yeah, they spiritually they've been saying drop the identity, drop the identity. But identity is important because every person, we are all dealing with identity. I am this person, you are this person. And if you're going to, and apparently the thought line is until you discover what your identity is, and you're not a pain. Yeah. They keep saying drop your identity, because we're like, oh, I am, people. And then your multi-story buildings, weather is a little affected by somebody, yeah, yeah, to just be in the present moment. Yeah, drop your identity. Those kinds of concerns. But there is a country representing this identity concerns. People have been dropping identity, dropping identity. We have a country that's formed from these words all put together that's now representing like that. And kind of my stuff, your stuff, my stuff. Yeah. Balochistan. So it's like the weather report of the world. Yeah. So different people have been naming themselves, or names have come about. And then according to the sounds of their names, and according to the change in weather, like, and they say tectonic plates are moving kind of, this is more like meaning movings, meaning intellectual tectonic plates. Yeah. They're slightly changing. Then our construct of reality is like Lego pieces. We have our own construct of reality. Yeah. And accordingly, we make the meanings. And we live life from those meanings. It's like, oh, my life. Or you have a life sentence. Like, this is how life is. Everybody else is having that life, my life like this. Yeah. Like my fate. You probably haven't read the sentence well enough. Yeah. From the right perspective. And then Pakistan and India and China and different countries. So this is like the status of how things are moving, healing, changing. Yeah. Intellectual tectonic plates. Yeah. Construct reality. And we have artificial intelligence and many, many. So this is Vijnanamaya Kosha. In my yoga texts, they say Anandamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manonmaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. And in my perspective, there is also Shabda Kosha. Yeah. Our meanings and construct of reality based on the sounds forms our own unique world. Yeah, we live in our own unique world, universe. Yeah. In my universe, Pakistan means this. Yeah. India means this. Different country means that. And we live life like, oh, this is how Saturn looks like. This is Mercury. Yeah. And this is Earth. And there is life out there somewhere. Yeah. So we need to keep searching for it. So each of us have our perspective of what the universe is and our construct of reality. And we're looking for, we are all on Earth. And we're like, yeah, given that there are people, there is life out there. Yeah, we have to look for it. It's also there. Different people are doing all of that. Yeah. Which is also sometimes why we go out of house. Yeah. To connect with other people. Yeah. So people build rockets to um, other planets to meet other people. Yeah. Maybe. But it's very fury hot. Yeah. All these planets and all that. That's when reports are saying that. What if they go and say it's like, oh, cool. What did you think? I don't know. But reality may be so much better than fantasy. Thing is, what's your personal experience of the weather? Yeah. And what's your constructive reality? So so in that story, upper body, the earthquakes kind, yeah. So India, North India, earthquakes, like, yeah. So um, the point of saying this is our own understanding of also Pakistan has also been representing, oh, the Pak, like pure and uncontaminated, untamed. Yeah. Untainted Pakistan, land of pure, untamed. And our own conscience has been in different stages of getting better. Yeah. So I've been working on conscience. Yeah. And conscience has been having a moment in some time because we have 7 cardinal sins, different stages of getting better. And our own multi-story building may be affected by not only what we eat and how's our air conditioning of the house, but also air conditioning of the building, but also 7 cardinal sins, or guilt, shame, yeah, pride, gluttony, etc. Seven cardinal sins. And them having their own effect, they have biochemical precipitates also. But our body is also formed out of these meanings. Oh, this is what I should be afraid of. This is what I should be ashamed of. This is what I should be guilty about. And you haven't metabolized those stories. So body is not just a metabolic, anatomical, physiological construct, but it's also building of stories. We got lots of stories. Yeah, layer after layer. And a human body is supposed to digest the stories and make better stories. We are the authors of our own life. Yeah, have you heard it? So body, we are like walkie-talkie story makers. And when our metabolism is not good enough, the stories are not changing. And consequently, our conscience is remaining not so very fine. Yeah, the 7 cardinal sins. A body, Ayurveda says, body is made of 7 dhatus, 7 kinds of substrates. And when there is guilt and say 7 cardinal sins in their own combinations in these 7 substrates, that's for just the content of your story, your stories. And then you teach that to people too. Yeah, this is how you live life. Yeah. You don't know that you're a cookie. Yeah. You've kind of baked into this is how life is. And your nervous system is functioning from those bakes. Yeah, and then your construct of reality is this is how life is. Yeah, this is how you should live. This is how you should talk. Yeah. So we have textbooks, we have teachers, we have principles, different religion, different fields of work, science, studies, they all have these things. And then the interpreter is our own body. Yeah, we look at one matter and we make this set of meaning. No matter what you do, you come to that same meaning because the story in your body, you need to metabolize the information that goes in. Yeah, the food you go in, food for thought. I mean, okay, food for stomach, food for thought, food for emotion, food for experience. You need to digest it. Otherwise, out, in through one ear, out through the other. In through one hole, out through the other. And we got 10 holes. One or the other leak out and without actually processing the information, in through one, out through the other. Whatever gets processed, that's your life. Unless we completely digest it and then come with our own produce, then it becomes medicine for Earth. What we are speaking then enlevens as you have another think. Yeah. So I do this metabolism stuff regularly. And I do movement let's say. And so my body is like one walkie-talkie kitchen. Yeah, cooking. We all have our own kitchens. We all have warm blood moving through our body. All human beings are made like this. We're warm-blooded beings. So we are basically all the time cooking. We all have our kitchens. Yeah, and we cook one thing or the other. Just because all houses have kitchens, and because we cook doesn't mean we are eating the same things. No, we all cook in our own ways, putting our own ingredients. And as the story of our life is a consequence of what in the world is cooking. Yeah, production house. Our body is one production unit. Yeah, producing all the time, at least stories. Yeah, cook. So I'm like being Captain Cook right now. Yeah, talking about a new land we haven't heard about. Our own body. Yeah, meet our own country. Country is like country, count, and how you that which arises from that which we count, and then the why are we doing what we're doing. So country. Yeah. So our math, bodies, we are all mathematicians and we keep counting stuff. You did this to me, I'm keeping count of that. The next time I'm going to do this, I'm going to give this less or more. Counting. All the time accounting. And this is not just about money. It's about emotional stuff, intellectual stuff. You told me this, my life became good, so I'm going to give you this. Sometimes a little more than what they give. But how do you evaluate how much, what is a, you know, par benefit? It's a participatory benefit. When you're participating with me or with each other, quality of participation, how much I'm benefited. So debit, credit, all of that being counted all the time. Yeah, so we are countries, walkie-talkie countries. We have our own math. And what all is getting counted? Emotions, yeah, intellectual stuff. What they gave, didn't give. What they took, didn't take. We gave this, we didn't take it. And then you make a meaning out of it and who they are and what your relationship gets affected from there. So we count that also. Yeah, what we know, what we don't know. Yeah, what we ate, we didn't eat. Yeah. Um, People we know don't know. For example, I know NASA, but I know who's there working in NASA. Different people. Yeah. My neighbors. There are lots of people. Do I know all my neighbors? But I know there are people. Yeah. So there are known and unknown aspects. Uh, And the weather of our multi-story building is affected by known and unknown things and several facets like this. Yeah. And also masculine and feminine nature, nurture, matter, energy, different kinds of things. According to our metabolism, right now, I've been working on conscience. Yeah, so I'm this droplet of water from KGF, Kolar Goldfields. Yeah, making a little ocean kind of. Yeah, like in a country, India country, that's the country that in the story they're talking about. I wonder why. I think it's just earlier, just they made that so that I can talk about this and then I can advertise my products. It's also one way to look at it. Yeah. But I'm in South India. Yeah. So intellectuoscape. And then Pakistan. Conscience has been having a moment because of the seven cardinal sins. So I need to make products available for us to be able to metabolize our seven cardinal sins. Otherwise, our stories are, oh my goodness, coming up, coming up. Yeah, the onus is back on me. Uh, Pakistan, don't have 90% of people apparently training on military stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like they don't have anything else to do. They just how to gola barud, bullets. Oh, I'm making videos like this and then, oh, the bullet points. Yeah, things like this. You see how construct of reality gets very interesting? But only I'm working with, we have a country called Pakistan. I didn't make it. But there, you think about it, why? I mean, there is solution for Pakistan getting more employed people, having food, and then them also doing well. Talk to me, interact with me. We have these ideas like this. Yeah, in your world also Pakistan is doing all this. Balochistan is having those experiences. Maybe your world also, or you're having identity concerns. Yeah, drop your identity concerns and yeah, about your worth and human life value and yeah, only in terms of money. And then okay, you have this, so you're valuable only as much as this is encashable, or how successful you are in selling what you have and consequently having the money. Yeah, so I'm having a little identity moment too. Yeah, because my worth and people appreciating what am I doing, and you also have those kinds of concerns. Yeah, some people have, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Um, are you appreciated for who you are? Yeah. And what actual values you bring about? Yeah. And so we each of us in our own ways facing basic identity concerns, conscience concerns, country. You know where the country is? So I'm thinking India's country. Yeah. Like one civilization, like one body country. Yeah, one body looking like, I'm thinking India is looking like a person. Yeah. So our idea of country may not be as wholesome as ooh, like like this. Um, and then we have the US of A states, United States of America. So different states. So this ACOM, um, Oneness University, yeah, Kalki. So they are talking about different states. So maybe in different states and then kind of cookied in these different states. Yeah, where they may or may not be talking to each other, and consequently inflammation. Yeah, because this is one cookie and another cookie and inflammation. Yeah, like this is how you're supposed to do things. Get the idea. So different countries, they're representing by their label on their state of being. Yeah, when you look in terms of this, okay. So I had to put a chart for my so you can recognize yeah this and then oh yeah, there's another meaning to it. I'll do that. Yeah. Ooh, okay, like I just yeah increase my to-do list. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, more not bullet points. This is more like a little, and I can't say hand grenades. Yeah, but like this is like seeds, suds. You put that like drones, put seeds and then forest over time. Thought seeds. Yeah, bullets. Yeah, but be toxic. Yeah, me. Is that why India and Pakistan have been throwing things at each other? Because I have not been talking. Ooh, during the 2 years of the pandemic. Your respiratory concerns and people having breathing concerns, and then I have been doing healthy and natural breathing, and then I started talking online. I mean, yeah, Pakistan throwing things. So now I'm talking again. Oh, my birth story, interesting story. Yeah. I'll tell that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, like putting the, yeah, tell now or else. Yeah. That's a way. Okay. Am I putting myself on the spot myself? Then, okay. They threatened C-section and I came out. Yeah. Because my mom was experiencing, yeah, like, oh, I came, I speak, yeah, all peace and world peace and all that. Yeah, so we talk stuff. Because I don't know, I go cookie. Then India, Pakistan, it's a we talk. They say pay attention to flora fauna seasons. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah, gun. And so I started doing more movementless yoga. Yeah, and then I was instead of going for HFC life and learning all that stuff, me started doing movementless yoga. Because during 2 years of the pandemic, when I was doing healthy and natural breathing, lockdowns were lifting. Yep, people um, the virus counts were coming down, and then they lifted the lockdowns because the fabric of time space was more healing. Yeah, so I started doing the same thing here. What if India Pakistan is having their fire moments and we don't and summer, yeah, The fire needs to kind of a little cool down a bit, and when we don't know how to do that, I started decontaminating fire stuff in fire. Water has stuff. For example, people drowning. Yeah, the water has all that trauma stories. Fire has their own stories. Earth, water, fire, and spirit, space. Yeah. So we need to regularly desilt, like water desilt. So it's more livable. The products, microcosm, macrocosm is all formed from these elements: earth, water, fire, spirit, space. And when they are not so much contaminated, more nice stuff, then nice products is made. When you're cooking and you're going to put, say, contaminated water, that's going to not be so nice. Yeah. So I started healing fire. I don't know if that's worked, but maybe I should have done more. I don't know what's the case, but I'm speaking. Yeah. So we all learn how to heal earth, water, fire, space, space without using things or mantra, japa, and all those, all of that stuff that you do. And without that, just having a body that's human, we can live life in the multiverse. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's not just, oh, weather and this is there. You can actually improve the weather conditions. Sulfur clouds, rain clouds, heavy, heavy stuff. You can all have like light springtime, and then there'll be tomatoes. Yeah, nicely growing. You don't have to go to a forestarium to watch the tomatoes. Good, nice stuff. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I hope this video has been of entertainment for you or value for you, or you will contact me anytime soon. And so we all can have a pleasant weather. Yeah, people are actually checking for weather reports if weather is changing. How in the world am I doing this? I'm talking about it. You'd like to learn about it? You'll have to learn it. Yeah, and then your math, your country, how you count stuff will change. You look at reality and what is space and time and reality and illusion, and you say this world is an illusion. It's an opportunity for having a healthy, wealthy, wise life. Okay, let's just say it's an opportunity for all of us living a beautiful life. Yeah, and then the dark matter also saying we're not going to be dark. Yeah, we're going to have colors. Yeah, and then we'll have more colorful, not just white, black, twinkly, and then you wonder, oh, I wonder what you are. They'll also just come to colorful, like beautiful, nothing. Yeah, and then we'll have more things to go, but how I wonder what you are. Yeah. Okay, so I hope that slightly shakes your construct of reality, the upper body. Yeah, intellectuoscape. So, more? You'd like to hear more about this? Subscribe to my channel. Yeah, click the bell button so you're notified when I make a new when I drop a new video. Yeah, then how you go, oh, yeah, and your story of life gets a little better. So it's worth following my content. Yeah, or contact me, and then it keeps getting all better faster. Yeah, so there is fast track benefits. Yeah. Ooh, do I need to say something else? Eat more veggies. Yeah, this video goes well, and this content, my kind of content, goes well with veggies, water. If you can have a little bit of curd, that'd be nice. If you're having lactose intolerance, that's because your metabolism is having intolerance concerns. Yeah, stuff digested maybe this time, the last lifetime, yeah, hasn't really gotten digested. Those stories are there in your multi-story building. So unless, and you got to learn how to digest that stuff. And when you digest that, you won't have lactose intolerance. Then you'll be also be able to have curd. How do you do that? I teach healthier metabolism. So our stories are better, our multi-story building is functioning fine, and you can actually air condition, yeah, the weather, experience of life. So you're like walkie-talkie fan, yeah, with the internal air condition on. It's a beautiful, you have a nice, pleasant life. Yeah, all fine and peaceful and not like, ooh, dishy, dishy. No, no, no. Yeah, none of these internal immunity concerns and all of that. Humanity. You become a humane being, or a beautiful, like a walking tree. Tree converts carbon dioxide to oxygen, and then live in life with a beautiful, You be like a tree. Wherever you go, life is pleasanter. It's nicer to be around you. Yeah. So you like to be that kind of a person? People are just shying. Contact me. We'll all get our stories better and our experience of living better. Yeah, we'll have more springtime, happy time, family time, beautiful. Okay. You also got to learn how to do that. I also got to learn how to do that. Otherwise, I'm there and then you are having a door moment when you can actually, yeah, get your springs up. Yeah. And then twinkly toes, and then happy, beautiful. It's not about just being all thing, but inside out and outside and all being all, yay. That's different from raise your vibration. It's like icing on cow dung cake. That's not what we're calling as life, because that is life or something like it. You are artificial intelligence, but original human intelligence. What original human intelligence makes it up. So we have all of these thought lines. So let me not take away from all of this, what is possible from you thinking about it. If you're having a difficulty, have more veggies, some water, walk, which is really good because then you'll process between left and right sides, and yeah, your brain all functioning better. There will be more air conditioning in the upper chambers when you're walking. Yeah, it's good for you. And more stuff to come. Yeah, writing helps because you're your own story's author. Writing begins a certain process on what's happening here. It'll show up in the paper or in the typing surface. And then you'll know how your stories are changing as this composition, your construct of reality is changing. And then you'll see how your stories also change. Yeah, which is good. So you can kind of have a track on how things have changed. Then you can flip through the pages and say, oh, this is what I used to think, and this is what I'm thinking now. Yeah, you'll have a trackable thing. Yeah, all right. So thank you so much for your kind interest. I hope this has been of value to you. Good day.